Lewis, get in here. Get out of here. What would you like?
Just, give us some information on fire safety, and also give us a tour of your awesome truck, and give maybe some helpful things to prevent fires. And
start with fire safety.
Well, you ready?
I'm ready.
For starters, the biggest thing is talking to your kids first about dangerous items, matches, anything of that sort. Tell them to stay away from hot stoves. If you're in the kitchen working, you want to keep your kids away from it. The biggest thing is to teach your kids at an early age what's safe, what they need to be staying away from. Keep a close eye on them as best you can as well. But the biggest thing, like I said, is teaching them just the little things, matches, stuff like that. Try to keep them away from.
Also, what to do in case of emergency. Make sure they know 911, what the emergency is. If there is a fire, make sure you have a evacuation plan for your family, a place to meet, a place to go to after you get out, the quickest way out for your child and your family. Also, basic things. If you have fire, stop, drop, and roll. If there's a fire in your house, don't go back for your dog or your toy. Just get out of the building and stay low. Tell them to crawl out of the building if you can't see, stuff like that. My name is Louis Rodriguez. It's Gary Crofton. We're with West Sebring, and I'd like to show you our awesome truck.
Cool.
So, this is actually the newest truck we have. It's basically a Swiss Army knife. Anything you want on it, it's there.
Cool.
One of the neatest factors we have is our boom tower. Middle of the night, we come out, flip a switch, that goes straight up, and it lights up like a football field. It's really awesome. Underneath here, we have a little jump line. I'll pull it out, but we have all the toys up here for the kids. It has a little jump line, so let's say car fire, something small, trash fires. We also have a Jaws of Life up front in here. So that's really helpful if we need the jaws in the front. We also have a pair in the back. We got some of the latest equipment inside the engine. Flashlights, anything you need. Air pack. You got your radios.
Looks like somebody got fancy with the artwork too there. That's really nice. So, I know this town is really famous for murals and all that and stuff all over.
Yeah.
That's a really nice, and it kind of like the old days,
We actually have this on our old engine as well, and it was kind of upgraded and brought new to this truck when we got it as well. But if you check out the back of the truck too, it's also equipped with what you see on our backs in a lot of fires. It's called an SCBA. It's our air pack. It's what we breathe in whenever we're in really smoky environments, or we're in a place that has real hazardous conditions to your breathing. It's also contains, of course, our mask, and we've got something called a thermal imaging camera, which is where we can see through the smoke. We can see where the real hot spots are and see where the fire is.
We also call it the tick. This is our thermal camera, what we call the tick. It helps us to see behind drywall, see if there's a fire extension in the building where we can't see and we don't want to do extra damage. So we go ahead and see if there's anything behind it. We got our radios, we have our masks, flashlights, and that's really all our simple tools for in here.
That's quite impressive though. I mean, everything that y'all need, y'all do some amazing work for the community.
Absolutely. You move right back here to the back of the truck, and we're equipped with all kinds of different various tools. This is mainly one of our compartments for our hand tools, things that we're going to need on certain incidences. And we've got everything from our little hand tools like what you see in a normal garage to a little portable light unit that we can bring around and display. We've got all of our hand equipment. We've got our normal traditional axes, our pickaxe, our flat-headed axe. We've got pipe poles and bolt cutters, mallets, and this fancy tool that's a fireman's friend. It's called a Halligan. And the fireman will tell you, this tool is his life right here. We do everything with it. We can
wow.
with it. We can pick with it. We can, anything you want, we can use this for. It's kind of like an all-in-one kind of thing.
Never enter a building without a tool.
That's for sure.
Yeah, that's one thing. We have our medical supplies from our AED, oxygen, gauze, the band-aids. That's really it for the medical. These little side compartments, we have extra air tanks so we can switch them out. We got this nifty thing for the ladders to come up, so it gives us more room on the engine, how it comes down like that. It comes down farther. We got more tools, the pike pole, and stuff to help take down insulation in a building.
Move over here to our back compartment. We got more of our power units, something that we call ventilation.
So if you need electricity or...
Absolutely. Well, that's actually more so in this little portable generator that we spoke about earlier that has a light on it. This is more so when you've got a house that's got a fire incident and it's full of smoke. You can use this as a gateway to allow you close off all the windows in the house and you open up just one in the back and you have this blowing in the front door with its covering the whole area, it blows all the smoke out, clears out the house, allows us to see. And then of course your normal traditional power tools like a chainsaw. We got something called a K12 we use for cutting a lot heavier units like steel and concrete and rebar and things of that nature. You can cut through a roof on it, your ventilation.
Wow.
So, and then you move back here. We've got our second set of what is more commonly known as the gauze of light. But we've got everything from this power cord, this regular extension cord. It's just got a motor on it to help reel it up. And these are what's known as the hydraulic lines that supplies these tools for us. Everything from our cutters right here, the cutters for cutting various things from cars on accidents, and these are what we're known as spreaders. Except you spread them apart. Not commonly known. So, and of course up top we've got all of our supply line. This is where the majority of all of our hose is. There's more on the other side. There's 1,250 feet.
Wow, that's a long amount of... How do y'all get it so neatly tucked in there?
That's how we fold it up there after we're done with it.
Wow, that's a job.
Oh,
that's a lot of work.
It's not fun, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. But it's 1,250 feet of white 3-inch supply line. It's what supplies our truck from a hydrant or tanker or whatnot whenever we need it on certain incidences. And this is a 2.5-inch line. This is a hand line. It's got a nozzle on the end of it that's actually these raised up and to pull it out a lot easier. And then your normal 1.5 inch. This is actually a foam line, but this truck is equipped with something called it's a state-of-the-art calf system. I'm not going to go into detail on that one, but we move along here to the other side of the truck. And you got more extrication equipment. We got our TNT rescue, which is more tools for our hydraulic system in the back. We've got our rams down here for the bottom. It also hooks up to what you saw earlier, the hydraulic lines. This helps us out in extrication on certain deals. We've got our straps, our chains, all of our tools that we're going to need for stuff like that. Our salvage tarps, which we can lay certain valuable items we don't want to ruin. We can lay them on that. And our cribbing. This is actually used in incidences with cars that we've got to extricate out of, or we've got to cut or do anything to. We can put cribbing underneath it to keep the car from moving. It protects us too.
Uh-huh.
So, let's move down even further. These are what we have, what we call their Pelican portable lights. It's actually a removable light you can take off the truck, and it's got a little... Bring that out.
Oh, it looks like the LEDs or...
Yes, they're LEDs. And it's it's for setting up in little incidences where you go into a house that we just ventilated and it's dark in there, the electricity's gone, and you can use this light to help you just kind of see around like anything else. And we've got more supplies up here. Our regular ropes we've got up here. We've got life vests. And this is a high-rise pack. This is actually, we don't have many up here in Highlands County, but for a lot of multi-story structures. And if we've got to get up to the top and there's a fire on top, you can't just grab one of these lines over here and go running up the building with it. So we actually take this pack that's got inch and a half hose, or inch and 3/4 hose, I believe, and a couple different various items that we're gonna need to hook up to what's called the standpipe.
That looks like it's kind of heavy to carry.
It's mighty heavy. It's up there in weight.
So y'all guys really have to be really strong to get all this moved around. And
absolutely. Our gear alone is anywhere from 50 to 70 pounds while we're wearing the gear and the pack.
Y'all really work hard out there.
Absolutely. And then for our last compartment, we've got something. Start down here. This is what we call oil dry. It's like catnip is what it is. If you've got a car accident or anything,
like an absorbent type of thing.
It's an absorbent is what it is, like you said. And we carried 10 gallons of that and various items for the pump. You've got all your equipment for your pump, for hooking up to a hydrant. You've got all your nozzles, your adapters, you got your monitor, and this thing right here, the power's turned off on the truck, but it's for controlling that big light tower up there. And it's helped us out on a lot of things. We got a lot of LED light supports around this truck. So if we got to really light the area up, we can raise this tower up and it goes an extra 30 feet up in the air.
I'm kind of curious, what kind of wattage does this, can y'all do with this vehicle?
I believe it's anywhere from 8 to 15 kW. I'm not 100%.
But I imagine it's quite a bit of juice.
It takes quite a bit of power right there just to run that little light. It's got a hydraulic generator on it.
Wow.
And all we gotta do is flip the power and the PTO kicks on the generator and gives us extra power to run all the tools on. So, but other than those compartments and moving up here, you got your pump panel up above. Like I said, it's integrated with the CAF system.
This is what we call the SCBA.
Is this the main control?
Yes, this is where you control the pump from. This is where you control your water source from. And in that CAF system, it's actually known as a compressed air foam. We actually take our line and instead of just running straight water through it, we're running water, foam, and air through it, and it's all going in a circular motion on the line. It makes the hose lighter, and it makes it easier for us to handle. But it also absorbs something called BTUs more. It absorbs heat a lot better, and it helps us.
So you don't get like a burn or anything like that.
Absolutely. It helps a lot of steam burns too, and stuff like that. That's our truck.
Well, thank you very much for showing me and on our audience, and it's nice to know that y'all on the job doing everything you can to help the community, and makes me feel safer to know that people like y'all are doing such an excellent job.
Appreciate it, sir.
Thank you.